Welcome to the afternoon update. I'm Ellie Patricevic. Novak Djokovic has caused a bit of a stir at his Adelaide exhibition match this morning, pulling out just 15 minutes before after being released from quarantine. Fellow Serbian Filip Krajinovic stepped in to play the first set before the world number one made a surprise appearance mid-match to take over.
I'm sorry that I didn't step in on the court from the beginning. I had to do some treatment with my physio and wasn't feeling my best the last couple of days. I didn't know how I'm going to react.
The 33-year-old also pulled out of the 2020 Adelaide International last year. A big blow for Australians hoping to head home from the UK, with Emirates and Etihad Airways cancelling flights to and from Britain. The UK government has ordered a suspension of services from the UAE because of growing concerns about COVID infections. Australia's crime watchdog is reportedly investigating a potential betting scandal over the Australian of the Year award. It follows reports around 180 people knew in advance Grace Tame would win the top honour. The federal government has ruled out extending JobKeeper for the struggling tourism industry, despite calls for help from the Queensland government. Treasurer Josh Frydenberg claims the government already has plenty of support in place. And Telstra has announced it's planning to move all of its call centre operations back to Australia within the next 2 years. In sports, Serena and Venus Williams and Naomi Osaka are all scheduled to play in Adelaide today after being released from quarantine. Rafael Nadal, Dominic Thiem, Ash Barty and Simona Halep are all gearing up for the night session at A Day at the Drive, which kicks off around 7. And the Big Bash finals get underway tonight with Brisbane hosting Adelaide at the Gabba. To entertainment news, US Vice President Kamala Harris's stepdaughter has signed a modelling contract. 21-year-old Ella Emhoff is now working with IMG models who also represent Gisele Bündchen and Gigi Hadid. The trailer has dropped for the final season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, with no mention of the reported Kanye West divorce. After 14 years, the final season is set to air in March. And Disney Plus has announced a remake of the 2003 film Cheaper by the Dozen. It's set to star Zach Braff and Gabrielle Union. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team. We'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.